What's up, everybody? You need to know these 5 things not to buy in the sports card hobby, otherwise you will be doomed. Before we jump into that, though, I just wanted to give a big shout out to everyone that has subscribed in the last month, everyone that's liked the videos and commented, and also today is another Freebie Friday. That means we're doing another giveaway. Be on the lookout for the special question that pops up on the screen during this video. If you can answer that in the comments below, you will be entered in the giveaway for next week. We'll do another drawing, and I'll let you know what the prize is. Today, though, we are going to be giving away some packs from the last one, from this Topps Baseball 2022 Series 1 box that I just picked up from the local card shop yesterday. So congrats to our winners. I'm going to announce those, and then we will get into those 5 reasons why you could be doomed in the sports card hobby. So for last week's video, we only got 100 views on the Freebie Friday, and only 3 people in the comments section were able to answer the question. There were some other comments on the video, but only 3 people actually answered what the question was. I'm sorry, I'm going to have trouble pronouncing your usernames here, so I'm just going to put them down below. So if this is you, you are one of the winners. You're going to get a few packs of the Topps 2022 baseball that we've got sitting here. So I'll get those shipped out to you. Please go ahead and go to the About section on the YouTube page for my email address. Send me your mailing address if you are one of the winners listed below, and we will go ahead and get those cards shipped out for you. And now on to those 5 reasons. Okay, I've been giving a lot of thought to these things, so hopefully these are helpful for you, especially if you're new to the sports card hobby. There's obviously a lot of people out there that project themselves as experts and tell you that you should be investing in sports cards, or collecting as many of this type of player or this type of player in order to increase value over time. These 5 reasons, though, are the things that I've come up with in doing this basically 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, going to shows on the weekends, talking to vendors, talking to customers who come up to the table. These 5 things should help you if you want to make any kind of money in this hobby. To go back to that, I do not think that sports cards are something that you should be heavily investing in. I do not think this is similar to the stock market. I do not think that these cards should be like investments. It's a hobby. It's meant to be fun. It's meant to be collectible. That being said, the more rare things are, and this will be one of our talking points that we'll get to, but the more rare things are, obviously those things are going to hold value. So these are kind of the 5 things that I've come up with that you should not buy if you do want to gain some kind of value out of your cards, either now or down the line. If you're planning to buy and resell, buy and hold, these are just kind of the 5 things that you should stay away from. So number 1, and probably one of the most important things, base rookies. Stay away from base rookies. I do not care if it is a Kyler Murray base prism or a Luka Doncic select courtside. If it is a base rookie, stay away from it, especially with prices being where they were back in 2020 and now into 2021, 2022, and going into 2023. These prices have continued to slide, and I think they're just going to continue to do so long term. If you look at base rookies for one of the greatest players of all time, let's just use Tom Brady as an example. Everyone knows that I like Tom Brady. His cards obviously went up. His base rookie cards went up when there was the big boom. Everyone was getting interested in sports cards. People were buying and selling a lot. There was a lot of money in the hobby. His base rookies had gone up quite a bit. If you look at them now, though, they're back basically to $100 or a little bit under $100. If you look at his Skybox Dominion, Skybox Impact, the 2000 rookie cards from Tom Brady, they've declined back to where they were, or maybe even a little bit lower than where they were, definitely from those all-time highs, but even pre-pandemic, right? Those prices are back down around where they are. So the reason why I say that is the Luka courtside rookie out of Select is one that I've heard and that I've seen at some of the card shows around, where especially if you can get it in a higher grade, let's say a 9 or a 10, because the courtside is a little more rare, if you will, than the other levels. That one typically will hold more value than the other ones. The only problem with this, though, is that these companies, when they are putting out their products, so Panini, Topps, Upper Deck, whoever you use, it doesn't matter, they do not tell us the exact print runs. You cannot find out the exact print runs. Therefore, you do not know how many of those cards are actually out there, how many actually exist. So it may seem rare because court size are harder to pull, their pack odds may be longer, you may not see them in a 9 or a 10, but again, it's a base rookie and we don't know exactly how many are out there. So as more packs get ripped over the long term, more cards will be graded as well. That population is going to continue to go up, right? So when we go back to the Tom Brady rookies and we look at those, if you're paying $300, $400, $500 for a PSA 9 or 10, let's say, I haven't looked at prices either today, so don't quote me on these exact numbers here, but let's say that you're paying, for example, $300, $400, or $500 for a Luka Doncic Select Courtside Base Rookie, or even the Silver Prism, if you want to look at the Silver Prism or the Base Prism or any of those, right? That's still a version of the base rookie. If you look at where those prices are now, in order for those values to maintain where they are, not even gain anything, but just maintain the value that they have now, he would have to be the top 1 or 2 players of all time in the NBA in order for that to happen, right? Otherwise, if you take Tom Brady as an example and look at his card prices, he is by far and away the greatest football player who's ever played. He has the most Super Bowl wins. He's a quarterback. He's the most sought-after position in the hobby. Even his cards, his base rookie cards, are not worth more than $100 right now. So just keep that in mind when you're buying this stuff. If you are going to go after a base rookie, just know that it's for your PC and that you're not investing a lot of money. You know, it's within the budget. You can afford it. And you're just buying it because you like it. That's okay. I'm not saying you can't buy base rookies, but if you are buying base rookies and expecting their value to go up at some point in the future, it's probably not going to happen. The number 2 thing that you should stay away from is buying a lot of new rookies and prospects. If you are putting 50, 60, 70% of your sports card budget into new prospects and rookies, just know that 99% of those guys have hype right now because they're up-and-coming prospects and people expect them to be good, but 99% of them will fail. And if you're paying the inflated price based off of hype, in order for you to not lose money on those cards, they will have to be not only one in a generation, but a once-in-a-lifetime type of player who guarantees themselves in the Hall of Fame and maybe beyond that. Because we see cards now, even from some Hall of Fame type players or guys that are in the Hall of Fame, their cards still don't have a ton of value. So just keep that in mind. If you are putting a significant chunk of your money into brand new prospects who are already at inflated prices, you are not going to be able to maintain or gain value from where they are at now. The only thing that's going to happen is those cards are going to just slowly decline and decline and decline and decline. One injury, one bad season, one trade to another team. There's a number of possibilities. If they are not absolutely smashing their numbers out of the park every single time that they play, there's no point. They're just going to continue to decline. If you're buying those cards because you like them and they're on your team, let's just use, I've seen this Jackson Chourio, I think it is, for the Milwaukee Brewers, right? He's one of the top prospects right now out of this new product. All right, let's say you're a Brewers fan. Why right now, if you like him, right, you're always going to know that you like him. You're always going to have memories of him playing because he's in the league now and you're able to watch him, right? Why would you pay more now for that card knowing that he's going to have to absolutely crush every single record out there in order for that thing to continue climbing when you could just wait a couple of years? You still remember what it was like when he got drafted by your club or when he started playing, single A, double A, triple A, moves up to the majors. It's more of a nostalgia thing for you. So just wait it out and buy those things once the prices come down. This is exactly what I do with Detroit Red Wings. I'm not buying the brand new Moritz Seider Young Guns. I'm buying the guys that I remember playing from my childhood, the Nicholas Lidstroms, the Steve Yzermans, the Pavel Datsyuks, the Henrik Zetterbergs, because I loved watching those guys play, and for me, that was a big deal, and so I'm going back and I'm buying their cards now that they're a lot more affordable because those guys aren't playing. They haven't been forgotten about, but people aren't buying them every single day like they are the new prospects. So just keep that in mind, and that's reason number 2. Right, the third thing that you should not buy if you're planning on having these cards maintain or gain value is anything that is not numbered or rare. Colored parallels like silvers, greens, blues, red, white, and blues, anything like that that is a variation of a base card is not really worth collecting. Now, again, if you think it's cool, or if you want to collect the rainbow, or you want to collect the set, it's absolutely fine. But just know that if you're buying those cards, those are not the ones that are going to continue to gain value. If you want something that's going to continue to gain value, buy a numbered rookie card. Buy a rookie card that's numbered to 99. Buy a rookie autograph that has a really cool patch that's numbered out of 10 or out of 15. Yes, they're more expensive. They may not be super affordable, but instead of buying 50 OK cards at $10 a piece, that's $500. So if you just save up and then you spend your $500 on one really good card, you're going to do yourself a lot better off. You're going to do yourself a big favor. So don't buy anything that is not rare or numbered. And when we say rare, there's different definitions. You can look up, PSA pop counts to see how many are in circulation or how many have been graded, and see what the population is of a given numbered grade, right? So a 9, a 10, etc. You can see how many there are. If you're not familiar with those things, go ahead and look those up. Download the PSA app on your cell phone if you don't have it. Again, not a paid endorsement, just something that I use to look up those kinds of things when I'm going through my buying process. So look them up, see how rare they are, see how many there are. Buy things. One card, I think I showed this in a previous video, but one that I really like, it's an early Tom Brady card. I believe it's the 2005 Topps Heritage Super Bowl Relics, and it has a piece of the actual goalposts that were used in the Super Bowl that Tom Brady played in. Things like that are always going to hold value for collectors, right? Someone who wants to be a part of the game, remembers Tom Brady playing, remembers that game, they're going to want a piece of that history. That's what we're after as collectors. So buy things that are rare. Buy things that you don't see. Don't buy all this stuff that's in every single showcase when you go to a show or everything that you see on eBay. Just wait it out, be selective, buy the right things. I feel like reason number 4 or thing number 4 is something that's kind of been intertwined with all of these, but I'm just going to throw this out there. Do not buy anything that does not bring you joy. Okay, for me, the University of Michigan, the Detroit Red Wings, the Detroit Tigers, the Detroit Lions, even though they're miserable, they're terrible, all of those things bring me joy. I enjoy buying those. I like the Detroit Red Wings. I grew up playing hockey. I grew up in Michigan. I grew up watching hockey. I went to Red Wings games as a kid. That's something that brings joy for me. So don't buy sports cards just for the sake of buying sports cards. Buy the ones that you care about. Buy your hometown teams. Buy the guys you remember playing. For me, I've showed off my personal collection on this channel before too. I'm not buying big Red Wings cards or super expensive Red Wings PC cards, right? It's just something that I care about. It's a 50-cent card or a dollar card, $2 card, $5 card. I don't care about spending $500 on a rookie autograph of, like I said, Moritz Seider is one of the new Red Wings players, right? I'm not going to drop a lot of money on an RPA for a new young guy right now, even though I still watch him every day and I enjoy watching him play and everything. I'm just not going to pay $500 for that card when, a few years down the line it might be a little bit more affordable when he's not one of the greatest players of all time. So I really enjoy sports cards of those teams. They bring me joy. I'm happy when I buy them. I like reminiscing on watching like Pavel Datsyuk whenever he would do those crazy tricks in the shootouts and score those goals. He's one of my favorite, he's probably my favorite player of all time. So I can buy his cards and they're not expensive. So just buy things that bring you joy, that you're happy with at the end of the day, and make sure they fit into your budget. If they fit in your budget, great. You can go home with some really cool cards, and it doesn't have to be something where you're trying to make a ton of money on it. Like it doesn't have to be like that. Thing number 5 that you should not do, or you will be doomed in the sports card hobby. You should not buy and rip wax or buy into breaks with the intention of making money. If you think that you are able to rip your own boxes or buy into breaks profitably, you are absolutely dead wrong. There is no way that this is possible. Back in 2020 and the start of 2021, when prices were at their all-time high, it was almost possible based on the price of wax and the price of the individual sports cards for resale that you could potentially make money on a regular basis with ripping those cards. Individual card prices have declined significantly from that point. Wax prices are almost exactly the same. They have not declined much. Certain years based on rookie classes might be a little bit more affordable than others, but as a whole, prices have come way down for the individual cards and have declined maybe slightly, probably not even slightly. for the wax boxes. So if you think that buying into breaks even is a good idea to come out ahead monetarily, not a good idea. Now, however, if you want to rip boxes, and I do this sometimes, I enjoy ripping wax. I have fun ripping the packs. It's a great time. If you can afford it and you enjoy it, by all means do it. That's what the hobby's all about. Buy the boxes and rip them yourself. But do not expect to make money on those things. When it comes to breaks, it's the same thing. If you want to buy, like for myself, for example, if I want to buy the Detroit Tigers in a baseball break and hope that I hit something good and it's only 25 or 30 bucks because it's the Tigers and then I do hit an autograph, obviously that's going to be great for me. I get a really cool card to put in my PC. I only paid 20 or 25 bucks. It's still a gamble because there's no guarantee that I'm going to hit the Detroit Tigers. But if you're doing that and you're buying especially the better teams that are priced pretty high in some of these breaks, the Los Angeles Angels, for example, or now that Julio Rodriguez has taken off, the Seattle Mariners and a couple other teams like Wander Franco for the Rays, if you're doing baseball breaks and you're trying to hit those guys, the only way you're even going to get your money back, let alone make money, but even get your money back, is to hit one of the top 5 or 10 hits in the entire product out of hundreds of thousands of boxes just to be able to get your money back. I mean, think about that. The odds of that happening are almost impossible. Again, I don't want to discourage anyone from buying boxes or going to their local card shop to get boxes because I do that here. I enjoy ripping it because I've got a little bit of money that I can spend on those things, and I do resell some of the cards that I don't want, but I also keep some, and I enjoy ripping the cards. That's part of it for me. That's what I like. I enjoy ripping the packs and taking the chance. It's a little bit of a gamble, yes, but sometimes you hit something good. You can make back some of your money if you resell the cards that you don't want, but that's not what this is all about. So if you're trying to make money from breaks or ripping wax, it is not going to happen. Okay, I feel like we've covered a lot of information in this video. If you like this, please, again, subscribe to the channel. I'll be putting out more content like this. If you could like this video, and also here at the end, I always put up a little subscribe button and also some videos to like. So if you haven't done that already, please do that. And don't forget about Freebie Friday. Let's go. Come on. It's giveaway time. I want to give you some packs. Don't forget to comment below.